Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. And let's talk about the 4-hour chart first. So here we seem to be in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup. I don't think the third wave is in because if you look at the smaller wave count, which is already on the chart, this is pretty much a 1, 2, 3, 4 setup, and I think there's a chance that we get another high over here in the fifth wave to complete the much bigger third wave, and the target for that is at 83.9 cents, so we should get in this area and then get rejected. We could even overextend, maybe to 85.7 cents, but we're still gonna need an ABC down after that, which should look something like this. And the support zone for the fourth wave is already on the chart. I don't think we're gonna need it right now, so please ignore it for the time being because, well, if we go a bit higher, then the support zone will have to be adjusted over and over again. So, for example, if we get to, let's say, 83.9 cents over there, the support is going to have to be between 80.7 cents and 75 cents, and right now it's between 79.1 cents and 75 cents. So yeah, don't take this too seriously right now, and I will make sure to adjust it for the members. And other than that, what you need to know is that we broke above this previous high as well, and yesterday we broke above this one, and the next target right now, like I mentioned, would be this area and maybe even the B wave high right there to completely break out of the downtrend. Well, not completely break out of the downtrend because this high right here is also important, but if we get above the B wave high, that's going to be a good confirmation that something more bullish is going on. And other than that, if you look at the 4-hour RSI right now, we are still above the moving average right here, which is good. And I think we're about to get another high because of that. And not only because of that, but because Ethereum right now is going up quite a lot. And I warned you about this like a couple of days ago. I told that we reacted to the support level over here. And I told you that we had a 1-2 setup here and that the third wave is probably getting to us soon. And what the thing happened, we got a third wave move up right now. Of course, at some point we might get a fourth wave, but the third wave could overextend, and when we do get the fourth wave move down right here, I think the market is gonna drop, and during that time it's gonna be the perfect time for ADA to also get its fourth wave move down. So yeah, we'll watch this and we'll see what happens. And other than this, if you want to know what my Ethereum targets are, in case you do not watch my Ethereum videos, basically we are working on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the fifth wave of a much bigger third wave to the upside. The target for that is at around $4,500, and that is going to complete a much bigger third wave, which is the third wave of this much bigger fifth wave to the upside, which is going to be the bull market top for this cycle. So I think the bull market top is going to be somewhere between $6,400 and $8,000. But if the third wave tops in this area, then the top for this cycle will probably be around the 1.414 extension on the chart at $6,400. So if Ethereum keeps going up, then Bitcoin dominance will have to go down, and if Bitcoin dominance goes down, at some point the market will start outperforming Ethereum, and when it does, and when the altcoins go up more than Ethereum, that's when Ethereum dominance goes down. And if Ethereum dominance and Bitcoin dominance go down at the same time, it means we're in an altcoin season. I'm not going to talk about the Ethereum dominance chart for too long in this video because I'm probably going to talk about it tomorrow or the day after in more detail. So what you need to know is that the altcoins are still not doing too great against Ethereum. And if you look at the ADA dominance chart, even though Bitcoin dominance is going down right now, ADA dominance is not really going up. And that is because Ethereum is currently outperforming the altcoins. But usually this is how an altcoin season starts. So first Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin, which leads to a small Bitcoin dominance drop. And then at some point the altcoins start outperforming Ethereum, and that's how we get these crazy pumps, which I'm going to talk about. So before I do that, let's talk about the Bitcoin dominance chart. And here we finally broke below the 60.3% level. Was a very important level, and if you look at the daily chart, and I talked about this multiple times, breaking below 60.3% is very bullish because this is exactly where we found support over here. And yeah, I think right now the next target is at around 57.8%, and once we get to these levels, I'm not gonna 100% confirm that the altcoin season has started, because who knows if that's the case. We could always bounce off the support level and then go up again. To 100% confirm that the altcoin season has started, we need to get to the other bigger 50% support level, and that is at 56.24%. If we get below that level, I think it's pretty much safe to assume that we are probably dropping to 41% in the next couple of months. So yeah, the Bitcoin dominance chart is doing exactly what it was doing over here. First it went down, and then it just did nothing like it did over here. We went down and then we did nothing. We tested the 200-day moving average and the bull market support band exactly like we did over here, and we got rejected exactly like we did over there. During this time, if you look at the RSI on the daily, when we first went down over here, we were below the moving average on the daily the entire time. Then we broke above it, but as you can see, during that time we kept getting rejected by the 200-day moving average, and that gave us this move. And right now I think it's pretty much the exact same pattern. So here we went down, as you can see, we went below the moving average on the daily RSI, then we got above it over here, we tested the 200-day moving average and we got rejected, and this could lead to this move over here. So we'll see if we get it right now or in like a week or 2 or 3, and obviously this move is not gonna happen in like, you know, one day. You cannot expect this to happen in one day. But if you take a look at how long this took, if you just take, let's say, this high right here, this move, this Bitcoin dominance drop from 61% to 39% only took like a month and a half. So please be aware of that, and please be aware of the fact that once this starts dropping like this, it's not gonna be, you know, a slow ride for the altcoins to be at all-time highs, because once Bitcoin dominance drops, that's the altcoin season. So if you are waiting for the altcoin season right now, and if you are asking when it could start, it could pretty much start at any moment. But if you look at the bigger picture on the ADA chart, this is still a 1, 2, 3, 4 setup, at least in my opinion. Could it be a 1-2 setup? Maybe. I don't really see it, but it could be that. If it is, and if we do not get any reaction to the 0.618 resistance level right here of the previous all-time high, where we got rejected many times in the past, then you could say that maybe we are already in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the third wave. So if that is the case, what we should get right now is the third wave of the third wave of the third wave, and the third wave of the third wave of the third wave in a cycle only happens when Bitcoin dominance does something like this over here. So I don't know if we are in a 1, 2, 3, 4 setup or in a 1, 2 already, but it doesn't really matter. And as long as we go up, I'm sure people are going to be happy anyway. So it's not going to be important what happens in the short term, because people don't really care about that anyway. They just want to see Cardano at all-time highs again. And I think we're going to see that soon. Not financial advice, obviously. If you look at the weekly chart, we are also seeing a reaction to the moving average right there on the RSI. And usually when something like this happens, that's when we get a pump like this. It happened last year as well. It even happened back here in October of 2023. We tested the moving average and then we had a bounce. So I think we're finally ready. I think we have the exact same 1-2-1-2 setup as in the previous cycle. It's pretty much the exact same uptrend as well. That's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.